So from there we move to the layoffs, right? Meta has laid off. A company has laid off, reportedly not related to SVB closure, but they shall lead off.
I think the biggest one is Meta's layoff. In November, Meta laid off 11,000 employees, and now
it doubled it.
Starting Wednesday, right? That's yesterday. It will be laying off 11,000 employees again. And the interesting thing I found out was that Meta is now back to the number of employees he had in 2021. So he took it just less than 2 years to get
to hire like
over 21,000 employees, and now he's letting them go, releasing them back into the world as it were. And this consists mainly of HR and recruiters, collateral damage, and mid management. So the plan is to ironically make people to enjoy working, right? Because say you have a lot of people to say you are down here and this is upper management, you have to report to this one has to report to this, but now you are removing mid management, so you have to report directly to the upper management. The upper management might have to get their hands dirty in technical stuff, so once it's removing the hierarchy, right, for people to get work done quickly. And he says Facebook is going lean.
The year of efficiency. I think
it solves two problems for them, because I heard recently that big tech companies, someone was talking about it and said like the amount of bureaucracy in trying to get things out, when companies are that big, like things run very slowly, like really, really slowly. So maybe what this does for them is, they save money and now things go out faster. Right, because they've spent a lot of money on their own Meta. I think about 13. I mean, after spending over $13 billion, but I think Facebook desperately needs something new.
Something can.
Yes, something new, and now this solves the problem of them spending. They have to spend so much money. And maybe we'll eventually see something come out now that the bureaucracy has been.
Okay, so
I should also mention that this is not just about Facebook. There's Instagram, there's WhatsApp, there's
Meta in general.
There is that. I found out that in Meta's lifetime, it has acquired 91 companies.
Startups. Yeah, big tech that like that. They acquire a lot of startups.
Some of them are dead. Some of them it absorbed. Well, so this layoff costs across
the entire
company.
That makes sense, right? But what you just mentioned now about acquiring, I was talking with Dev yesterday. Was like Facebook's hiring ethos has been always look for the guy that's going to be the next Facebook and hire him. So you don't just relax and say, "Oh,
you have reached it up. You have a monopoly, kind of."
If you see any smart guy, hire him. And it kind of sounds like, forgive me for using this biblical example, but at the time, David sees any strong man, attach it to him. David brings in. So, if you are a startup, you are building something that looks really crazy, big tech starts eyeing you very, very early on. And I saw something about a founder in Canada yesterday that is all his entire business model, acquiring startups, very early stage. Acquiring 2 million, 5 million, and increasing their valuations. Very, very early stage, and it focuses on B2B vertical startups.
Mad money.
And it's just building a very, very wide network of acquisitions. But for big tech, it can even acquire you and kill you and then juke you into the system.
Or just kill you entirely.
Yeah. So, but for a long time, Facebook or Meta has been hiring people that they didn't need.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was like
probably now increasing his workforce.
Now, what do they need it for? They don't really need any of these guys for. So that's why they're talking about the year of efficiency, and their stock price is responding positively to this. But a key question here, which might be of interest to you, is the issue of remote work versus work from home. He addressed this. Mark Zuckerberg addressed this, and I think he's leaning towards a hybrid model. He's saying that he's noticed that employees, engineers, for instance, that are working from the office were more productive than the ones that were working from home. They've not been able to investigate why or blah, 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 but that is like the reality. So they're now looking at bringing in more junior guys to collaborate, to promote what experts call serendipity in the workplace.
Serendipity, like as idea comes, you start working on it.
Or again, for proponents, I mean, Cal Newport will be rolling around and banging his head against the wall like, what is this? Cal Newport is the writer of Deep Work. So he'll be banging his head against the wall with things like this, right? But they want to promote an open space. You just talked about removing middle management and all.
Yeah. Well, anyways, there's really no one that can sufficiently argue for either remote work or working on site.
I think hybrid is best.
Hybrid, yes. You have to find the balance between the two, because you cannot always have them on site, and you cannot always say people should not come to work, because they all have their adverse effects. The middle point is still hybrid.
Yeah.